the next 3 runs. And let's get going, shall we? Cypher, I guess, with Mario 3D Land. Give it up to them.
All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Cypher. This is Super Mario 3D Land. I'm joined here in the couch by those two nerds.
Hello, I am RDV versus the world. Who are you, young man, also on the couch? Alright, he doesn't have a name.
I don't have a name.
We're all speedrunners of this game. We totally all know what's going on, especially that guy.
For sure.
Hey.
So yeah, this game was already at Annual last year. Sharky showed off the any % category of this game. I'm going to be showing off Warpless today, and which is, in my opinion, the best category of the game. I'm really excited for this. So
I'm really excited for it too. I've never really seen a full run because I've been lazy. So
well,
please show me a full run.
Oh yeah, let's get to it.
All right.
If you guys want to give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right. So one important thing I should talk about before we get into the meat of this run is...
It's definitely this tree.
Why does this tree have a tail?
Why does this tree have a tail?
The star medals.
No, that goes after.
So there's these collectibles in the game called star medals, and they might seem optional, but we actually need to collect a lot of them. We need 100 of them at the very end of this run to be able to unlock and play the final castle. So even though the goal is technically still to get to the end as fast as possible, I'm still going to have to collect a lot of these. I believe there's like 124 in the Warpless route, and we need 100 of them. So a good chunk, definitely.
Also, shoutouts to, I think, Green Snowdog for bringing this plushie.
Yeah,
it's extremely fitting for this game, which you'll see in just a second.
All right, so starting it off here, right at the start of this level, I'm going to be picking up an item that ideally I'm going to be keeping for the entire run.
Yeah, this power-up is completely busted.
Oh, yeah.
This power-up right here. This one.
Yeah, now the plushie is actually relevant.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tanuki is the best power-up in the entire game. It's pretty broken. It's going to allow us to do a lot of skips. And just in general, it makes life a lot easier because you have a lot of control over Mario midair.
One important property is that you can get up walls by wall jumping and then fluttering.
Oh yeah, we're not going to see this in this category because we play 2-1 a little bit differently.
See, this guy knows his stuff. He runs the game. Yep. If he didn't run the game, he wouldn't have known, obviously. So.
All right, 1-2 is the first level where we'd actually be taking a warp, but you know, this is Warpless, so we're not going to be doing that, and instead we're going to be taking the regular exit and see the rest of World 1. Oh, that was pretty bad. So also a good chance we're going to see a couple of bonks here because this is a pretty tight level.
It's also a Mario game, and bonks happen in just about every game imaginable.
Oh, okay, that's actually pretty bad. I'm going to restart the course right there because we don't have a backup Tanuki yet, and...
Yeah, if you go back out of a stage like that, you get you return to the state that you were in before you entered the stage. So now he has the Tanuki back.
Yeah. And that's just a thing. The Tanuki is so valuable that it's actually worth it to just select course right there because the next Tanuki would have been in one castle, I believe. So 2 stages later.
It hurts me every time not seeing you go up there to take the warp like you do in any %. It's okay, we'll get cooler stages in return.
Also, the lower you grab the flagpole, the faster it is.
Yeah, because the higher you are, the longer the animation is, because Mario gets a little animation where he slides down the flagpole. All right, so this is a mystery box coming up here. They're little 10-second mini games, you could call them. Right now, they're not going to be that important, but there's something I'll have to mention about them later because, oddly enough, the Mii shirt color is very important for this run because it affects the mystery boxes. So for Warpless, you'd either want a red or a brown shirt, and why that is, I'm going to be covering that when it actually becomes relevant.
All right, I ran any percent in this game, so I've actually never ran this stage. So Cyber, show me how it's done. Give me a live tutorial right
So first
here.
off, you want to creepily stare down that toad so he spits out his star medal.
Got it.
And you want to collect it. Get over there with a couple of twirl jumps.
Taking notes, double.
And then we're going to be doing a fun little trick right here. Oh, that's a weird direction. That's fine. Whee! Alright. So that's a trick called Hyperspeed. There's going to be a better example of it later in the run. But basically, the idea is you wanna, when you have a big fall coming up, you can long jump and then hold 90 degrees away from the direction you long jumped into, which gives Mario a lot of speed midair. That gray box that you saw me pass by, that's an optional level that you can unlock with star medals, but as the name implies, it's optional, so we're not doing it.
What a shame.
Here's the first castle level. They're pretty risky stages. There's a lot of things that could go wrong in them. A lot of hazards. Whenever I can, you'll see me do these twirl jumps. They're the fastest way to move across the ground. And here we're going to be doing a little odd long jump to get over here. Trigger Bowser a bit later. And then we're just gonna jump over here. And see you later, Bowser.
Yeah, we just skip over it like that, like it's no one's business.
There's actually a way you can soft lock the game there. If Bowser is too far to the left, the game kind of gets stuck because Bowser gets thrown into the lava off screen, but the game wants to show you this cutscene where Bowser turns into a Goomba. But since it doesn't ever show the cutscene, the game just kind of stays where it is, and Mario just is stuck on the button forever.
Yeah, what a bunch of Mario games do is that they really want to let you know that there's a main power-up that the game revolves around. So this game also has a lot of enemies that have a Tanuki tail.
Oh yeah.
And the main fights in this game are Bowser with a Tanuki tail, which then turns out to be an enemy with a leaf.
So in between each worlds, you'll get these little cutscenes where Mario gets a bit of a postcard updating him on the situation. And they might not look like a lot, but they actually reveal a lot about the very deep and rich lore that this game has. So if you ever got some time to kill, you may want to have a closer look at them.
Why are the trees in this game shaped the way they are? Especially the one in the intro cutscene.
But they can put tails on them because they want to put tails on everything.
So World 2 is really cool in Warpless. In any percent, you'd collect like nearly every single medal here, but we're only going to be collecting the first one in this level. And then we're going to do a little jump right here. Nice. Oh, I was supposed to do a high bounce off of that. That's fine. At least I got that. So what I did right there was a twirl boost. The idea is basically that you want to carry the speed of a twirl into the height of a regular jump, and that allows you to just barely make that jump and skip the entire level. Speaking of skipping stuff, 2-2 has a pretty neat skip at the end of the level, so I'm gonna have to focus for a bit because this one's kind of tricky. You don't want to touch the purple stuff on the bottom of the level, by the way. If you touch that, you're dead. Oh, nice wall jump.
This is also where we will be picking up our first backup Tanuki.
Nice.
Nice.
Well done.
Good job.
So there's an even faster way to do that trick that involves camera manipulation to bring the winged block on screen a little earlier so that you don't have to wait on the set of blocks. The way I did it, it saves about 2 seconds. With camera manip, I believe it would save about 4. But I just used that downtime to grab the backup right there because it's right on the way. And another little mystery box coming up here. These first two mystery boxes, they have fire flowers. You absolutely don't want those. Fire
Oh, yeah,
flowers
for
are
sure.
like the least useful power-up in the game. There's only one other power-up besides that, and that's the Boomerang Flower. We don't use it in the run, but people are like trying to figure out stuff with it because you could theoretically do some cool stuff. Alright, and this level is also really cool in Warpless, and any percent it really sucks, to be honest, because the second and third star medal, they're kind of annoying to get. But instead we're, again, only going to be grabbing the first one, and we're going to be doing some more hyperspeed right here.
Watch this. This is gonna be sick.
Oh, this is a weird angle, actually. Damn.
Aw.
I'm actually going to restart this course because I really want to show off that hyperspeed. It's really cool.
No, Mario! He fell!
Oh god.
He's dead.
Get him, get him.
Too bad.
Yeah, I see you did there.
Alright, come on. Yeah, this should work.
Nice.
Oh
There
my
we
god.
go.
Nice.
Good bonk.
Hey. I'm glad you appreciated the bonk.
It's a Mario game. I love bonks. You're a staple of the series.
Oh yeah.
Mario! He fell again.
You're gonna be fine.
No.
Damn.
There
There we
this
go.
game
Yeah,
actually
Stick
has
is
a lot
still
from
in
the...
between the cushions here.
no, totally. Just don't mind us. Just
Right.
focus on your end. We definitely won't distract you.
So this game has a lot of
Here, he's
elements
a
from the
mascot
Galaxy
now.
games. God damn it.
Let the guy speak.
Ah!
Christ.
Alright, this is a bit of a mess. Hold on. I'm gonna be improving for a moment. Okay, we're fine now. And 2-4 is a bit of a level where if one thing goes wrong, the entire thing can get a bit dicey. Ooh! That was supposed to be a long jump. Okay, well, kind of bad, but whatever.
So we had a lot of panels that flipped whenever Cypher jumped.
Yeah. And those are actually from the Galaxy games, and you'll see a lot of things from the Galaxy games in this one. Alright, so the next level is an airship, and most airships in the run are going to be auto-scrollers. So you may think they're pretty boring, but this one's actually pretty exciting. So I'm going to have to focus for a moment here because I need to hear the game. Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So in most of these airship auto scrollers, there's certain points where if you jump ahead to them, the camera will flick over.
Yeah, and why that is useful is you can theoretically go indefinitely ahead of the auto-scroller because all the platforms are already loaded in right from the start, but certain objects such as star medals are not. Oh my god.
Yeah, Boom Boom has interesting hitboxes, by the way.
Yeah.
So that was actually really scary.
This time, at least, it worked out in my favor.
I've learned about the horror that is Boom Boom's hitboxes. It's awful.
But yeah, certain objects such as star medals are not loaded in, so we can't really do that for every airship. But for this one, it really works out nice because, as Double explained, there are a lot of points where the camera catches back up to you. And also for Boom Boom and other mini-boss fights, for the first 2 hits you want to jump on their heads, and for the 3rd hit you want to twirl into them. That cuts a bit of time with animations. Another neat little cutscene right here.
Yeah, this cutscene's actually really cool. You can shake the system to make the picture shake. It's actually kind of cool.
It's actually with mic input.
Oh no, you can shake them. It's just, it doesn't immediately do it. That's why you didn't immediately saw it.
Oh,
Might want to move the mouse, by the way.
both work.
Those postcards are also a good sell for the 3D effects of the
Oh, yeah.
3DS.
Oh yeah, for sure. The 3D effect of the 3DS that definitely everyone uses. It's kind of cool.
Good can shot right there. Right there, you want to flutter just a little bit before you hit the ground, because if you wouldn't, Mario kind of would get locked in place. You fall from too high. And now we're going to abuse the fact that this is a pretty vertical level. Oh, that's pretty good. Ah, no.
Still pretty good.
And if you carry a propeller box to the end, you get a 1-up.
Yep. Sadly, you can't carry propeller boxes out of the level because there's a few instances where that could really break some other levels. But that being said, the next level is a water level. It's pretty boring, so host, if you got some stuff to read out, now's a perfect time.
Alright, if you ask me so nicely, I will read something for you. We actually have a €10 donation by
Revelite.
Revelite,
Yeah, thanks.
Yo,
No problem, I
It's
can do a job
almost
for
as
you.
if you had the name in front of you. Did I? Okay.
No, I know the guy.
Yeah, it's from Revelite 23, who says, "Good luck, Cyber. You got this." And if you want, I would like to remind our viewers that there are actually prizes. So, by donating to the charity, you're eligible for one of the amazing prizes sponsored by NintendoCore.org. Any donation will get you a chance to win one of the prizes of the day, and will also give you a 3 times bigger chance for the grand prize. For more information about the grand prize, follow the link that will be posted in the chat like right now.
oh. This is a mess.
It's fine, Quim distracted from the mess. He's a legend. Shout
Thanks,
outs to
Quim.
Quimito.
No problem, bud. I got you.
If you want to read some more stuff, it's fine. The next level is also not that interesting.
Alright, I have plenty of stuff to read right here.
What a coincidence.
So, in case you didn't know, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. Yeah, that's what BSG means. Plus, actually, there's a lot of people coming in telling, "Oh, what does BSG mean?" Because it's actually not really known that the Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg make the Benelux. So I didn't know until I met BSG. So, yeah, it's the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. And we are currently streaming our annual event live from Hotel Asteria in Benrey, the Netherlands. We're raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer, while aiming for a more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society.
I also grabbed that medal in a pretty cool way, but hey. That happened. Alright, so the next level is the first real stopper, I'd say, for most runners. This next level has a really, really hard trick called box jump. I'm gonna try and go for it a couple of times. Let's see how that works out.
Would you say this is the level where most people like give up on learning the game?
I wouldn't say so. It's a pretty advanced strat, so newer runners really shouldn't be trying to go for this.
Hello, it's me, new runner,
Oh,
relatively
that's
new.
a weird
Oh,
angle, yeah.
okay,
Okay,
that was interesting.
that's fine.
And this is why we have backup Tanukis.
Coincidentally, there's a backup Tanuki in this stage, so
Oh
we
yeah,
can give
I
this a
love,
couple of retries.
I love the backup Tanuki in this stage. I love that it's placed right here.
Alright, let's try this again. That wasn't even the hard part.
The hard part's right here.
Oh,
let's
he got
go!
it!
Let's
Nice.
go! So the reason that works is that when you swing your tail, you kind of have a slightly bigger hitbox or whatever, something
You
along
can
that.
grab star coins
You
with
can grab stuff with it or hit stuff with it, and it's good.
Yeah.
So he can swing his tail right before he enters that box to grab the star coin and get into the box at the same time.
Yeah, you also need to let yourself drop for just a bit, so you can't just like flutter all the way with full speed and it will work out because you will be too high. So
Yeah, so that's actually really tricky, and Cyber's a legend.
yeah. All right, so this is the only airship that is not an auto-scroller. Instead, it's cycle-based. I'm gonna try and catch an early cycle here, right after the checkpoint. You can actually go too fast there and run face first into that skewer, which is a pretty epic meme.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, that's a bit weird. Oh, that works out.
Yeah, I'll
okay.
still make it.
So that saves me like 8 seconds, having to not wait for those skewers. All right. Now for an actually pretty scary mini-boss fight here. The floor is going to be moving, and that makes things a bit tricky. I'm actually going to take it safe on this first hit here and just twirl right into him. Nice. All right. Not done with the level yet. There's a very infamous star medal right here at the end of it. That is very easy to miss.
I actually like specifically noted down on my splits that there's one here.
Yeah.
'Cause it is easy to forget.
Yeah. Whenever you get like a 7-second gold for no reason, you know you missed the medal.
You know, it's just, oh, right. Yeah, that medal exists.
Alright, so for the next level, because I got the medal in box jump, which is not exactly trivial, I have kind of a medal noted down in 4-1 that if I do get the medal in box jump, I don't have to go for it. So that's pretty good. We can do the level a lot faster now. Right, and World 4 starts off relatively stupid, I want to say. They're not my favorite levels for sure, but towards the end it gets really cool because 4-4 is actually is the best level that we don't do in any percent. Oh my god, this tree.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that one. Seen you do it, seen other people do it. Can't wait to eventually do it myself. Looks fun. Good.
Right. Right here the camera will get a little confused. Also shoutouts to Super Mario 64, we also have a cannonless strat. And right here at the end, once again, the vertical block is just gonna... propeller block is just gonna break this vertical level. Following that up is gonna be 4-2, another really tight level, and it's also vertical. But we don't have a propeller block there, and there's a lot of opportunities for me to lose my tail there, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But before that, we get another mystery box. Yay! Alright.
You can't do side flips in this game. It's a thing you can do.
They exist. Sometimes very rarely useful, but they exist. Oh, you like this?
This is also the second level where we would take a warp. That would take us right to the start of World 5, but once again, can't really do that.
As if you go further up here.
Yeah. Instead, we're just gonna go right here.
Whoa, I've never seen this part of the level. Crazy.
Heck in any percent runners.
This
Well, at least it beats not running
a
the
whole new
game
world
at all.
There's a whole new world opening for you.
Oh yeah, that one room that I haven't seen before.
All right. So 4-4 is a really cool looking level. One of the reasons why I think it's the best level that we do only in Warpless. Right here, the start is actually the hardest part of the level. Good. All right.
That was cool. Good stuff.
Pretty clean. And 4-5 is also going to be another pretty cool looking level. We're going to have a trick that's sort of similar to box jump with the idea, but it's a little easier, I'd say. It is, however, still pretty tricky. And you can easily miss that medal, for sure. And you know, if you miss a medal in this run, it's kind of not too bad because the star medal route is not as tight as it is in any percent, there's usually a lot of backups that aren't too slow. Alright, here we go. This medal right here. Oh no! That's fine. I turned around a little too early. Yeah, like I said, this medal is very easy to miss, but that's perfectly fine. There's a backup in the next world, which will only lose me like 10 seconds. It's also one of the things I messed up even in my best run that I have, which, you know, it just happens. For sure not gonna reset for it, because if I do that, I'm gonna get stuck again for 5 minutes. We don't want a repeat of that marathon run.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
This guy right here, Double, he actually organized an online marathon run, an online marathon.
Let's see where this is going.
Yeah, in that one, I also ran 3D Land Warpless, and I really wanted to show off that trick and continue to get stuck on it for like 5 or so minutes. It was pretty bad. Okay, please don't do that. All right.
Oh, I didn't tell this guy about it, and he has never forgiven me.
Oh yeah, I'm very mad that you'd had a Yoshi block without me.
Neat little trick I did right
you
there.
had a Yoshi block.
I went up there and made the camera just scroll ahead a little bit. A little time save in a level
It's okay,
that really doesn't allow some time save, so yeah.
It's okay, I'll make it up to you by accepting any and all runs you submit blindly.
Very good choice.
Because you only submit high-quality games.
Very
Oh my
high-quality games.
Please get on that. All right. Gonna be fighting a new mini-boss here, Pom Pom. She's significantly harder than Boom Boom. We're gonna have a lot of close calls in this fight. It's gonna be pretty sketchy. All right.
This is my favorite strat, by the way. Just, yeah.
Mario is cowering in fear.
Yeah, Pom Pom's so scary. I love that this works. It's epic.
Whew. Okay. Hard fight.
Glad you made it through a life. Didn't lose to Nookie. Good stuff.
All right. We're about halfway done now. That's pretty good. 28 minutes. Guess we get a little bit of downtime, so if you got some new donations, I just re-entered for sure. That's what happens when you spam A. Oops.
Well, now we've just even got more downtime for me to shine.
That was the true intent.
Yeah, just give Quib more time to do his thing.
All right, I guess I'll tell to our viewers about our donation incentives, because apart from the prices I'll talk to you about before, we also have a few donation incentives where you can put your money into. The closest one is gonna be the Mario Kart Wii vehicle choice, where you can choose what vehicle Nandy will use. You can choose the Dolphin Dasher, the Mech Bike, or even the Flame Runner.
The Flame Runner?
Yeah, the
Even
Flame
the
Runner.
Flame Runner?
And
Oh
and
man.
it's
Oh my
losing, dude.
god.
It's the
What?
It doesn't even have any donation in.
Guys, the Flame Runner is losing.
But yeah, currently Dolphin Dasher is winning with 10 euros and Mech Bike is following with 7 euros. After that we have Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. For that game you can choose which player is gonna play the last story level. You can choose between your everyday speedrunner, or how we call him Yeser, or Shadow Frost, or how we call him Frosty. You can also choose what language the voice acting is gonna be, even though English is currently winning by 85 euros. So if you want to donate for Japanese, please make sure to donate a whole lot. That should be about it about Sonic Adventure 2. I also find out there's a really fun incentive, which is kick McGonagall off the stairs. So if you want to kick Professor McGonagall down the stairs, well, that's your chance.
One thing I'll say about the Sonic Adventure 2 language incentive is faker.
Faker.
That's all you need to know.
Oh, nice shot. Alright, so the next level, 5-2, is a neat little reference to another video game. So, let's see if you can figure out which one it is.
Alright, let's try to guess this, Double. You and I, we got this. We're playing the guessing game. Make sure to take breaks in case you get tired, by the way.
Oh yeah, that break prompt that appears every 30 minutes of in-game time that's passed.
I don't know, man. Metroid? The only one I've played is Federation Force, so...
You picked a bad Metroid game to play first.
Oh.
Then again, I played Fusion first, which is also not the best first choice.
Nah, I've actually only played Fusion. I thought it was funnier to say that, though.
Oh.
You were kind
Well,
of,
my comment still stands.
Okay. I did buy it, though, recently.
And you guys are bad at guessing. Oh my god.
Pikmin. My favorite
Not
game.
quite.
Mega Man.
Legend of Zelda. There's
What? Are you serious? That didn't even look anywhere close near Ocarina of Time, the only Zelda game that exists.
So there's actually a neat little Easter egg in that last level where you take a fire flower to a room and light 4 torches on fire by throwing fireballs at them. It plays a little Zelda secret jingle, and you get to another room with the second star medal. Pretty neat.
It's about the only time we use a power-up other than the Tanuki in categories where we get that medal, which I think is only special ending in Hondo.
Yep. Neat little trick there. If you crouch off ledges, you fall away faster. And that saves actually a significant amount of time right there.
Jay. I know, because I've tried.
Oh, wait. I missed the medal in 4-5. I actually need to get this one. So I'd usually skip this one, but since I messed up in 4-5, I'll grab this one. It's only like 10 seconds extra. Relatively fast, and it's one of the medals that we get in any percent. So I already know how to do it fast.
My knee's starting to hurt. This is not good. I can't move, otherwise Yoshi will fall.
Sit more comfortably.
These toad houses that you saw me pass by a lot, they contain one power-up. But most of the time it's just Fire Flower and Boomerang Flower. I believe only World 2 has a Tanuki, so if we ever run out of Tanukis, we may revisit World 2. One thing that's special to Tanuki as well is it allows you to do this propeller upwards out of a long jump. So in any other power-up state, you actually can't do this. So it's very important for this medal right here. And then, oh. And
There's another Hyperspeed.
Yep.
Speed.
I'm actually gonna have to hold back a little here, so I grab this medal. Don't overshoot it, and then we're just gonna do this.
Incredible job.
Wow. Course clear. Alright, and the next level, 5 castle. It's another castle level, so a lot of hazards, and it's a really, really chokeable level. It's
For sure.
It's not even, it doesn't really have any hard tricks. It's just one of those stages that, for some reason, you can easily mess up.
And definitely agree with that. Probably the stage I've choked the most.
Oh yeah. A lot
Not
of good runs
super,
died to this one.
Not super beginner friendly. That's for sure.
Okay. A little showdown with Bowser coming up here. All right. See you later, nerd.
Yeah, normally when you go past Bowser, he tries to jump back in front of you. But if you're a fast boy, then you can get to the button before before his first jump.
Oh. Oh my god. Please get on the flagpole. Yeah, one thing that can just happen is when you try to go for the very base of the flagpole, that you just kind of just try to jump not high enough and you don't actually make it up. And also another quality meme is if you're trying to go fast onto the flagpole is you bonk into the base, and that's
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's when you know you're a 3D land runner, is when you bonk into the base of the flagpole. Alright, and from here on out, the game's really gonna start to ramp up in difficulty. World 6 is already gonna have a lot of tricky levels. It's gonna start off relatively chill with 6-1, but 6-2 is pretty tricky. 6-3 in any percent would be relatively tricky, but we skip a lot of it in Warpless, and 6-4 is also pretty hard. So yeah. Deaths and Tanuki losses may be a lot more frequent from here on out. Hopefully not. Actually a relatively decent run so far. Oh, that was interesting. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet is when you actually twirl into an enemy, the game kind of lags for a bit, and that can drop some inputs. And that's especially notable when you try to twirl through through that row of 5 beetles. So I kind of just mash Y and B there to make it through.
Mario is just so happy when he finishes a stage.
Love Mario sound effects, sound clips, they're epic.
Oh, they're even better when he's small Mario.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're
Exactly what
like
we're talking
slightly
about.
higher pitched.
Dude, are you gonna go for RDV skip?
Oh, for sure. Lots of hazards in this stage.
This is RDV skip. I've claimed it as my own. No idea who originally did it. I did it myself before knowing it was a thing. So it's RDV skip now. Oh. Okay. Just give me a heart attack. You know, it's fine.
Yeah, that's a new thing I've actually found out in a practice room. You can just barely make it over that.
Cool.
You're welcome.
I've only been going to McDonald's a little too much, you know, kind of, you know, a little vulnerable to that now, right now.
That was actually a really good 6-2. That was very clean.
That was really good.
Honestly, that may have even been a gold.
Oh yeah, it's a very easy stage to choke for sure, and that was definitely one of the cleanest 6-2s I've seen in a long time. So, good job.
Right, so here we have another ghost house.
And in this one, you'd go through all the 3 rooms in any percent, but in Warpless we just kind of do this, go over here, grab the 3rd medal, and then be on our way. Right there, I twirl that into that giant boo to keep him in place for a bit. Another interesting property is when you go fast enough, you can actually pass through the giant boo when you twirl into him before that, because momentarily his hitbox disappears for some reason. You're gonna see that. Gonna see me make use of that in the next ghost house. All right, so this mystery box right here is the reason why we choose a certain shirt color, because the shirt color determines the order in which the set mystery boxes appear. And it just so happens if you either choose a red or a brown shirt, one of the mystery boxes is going to be a golden mystery box, which contains 2 star medals instead of 1. Right, another element from Super Mario Galaxy comes into play here. You got the beat blocks.
They look a little different though, but it's the same principle. Though now we have 3 of them, and yeah, they fade in one by one and then fade out one by one.
Oh. You can make it up there with 2 wall jumps, but you need to be really good with those. Depending how well you do in the first part of the stage, I'm not gonna go for the meme jump. Yeah, depending how well you do in the first half of the level, you get different cycles, but since I messed up on the other medal right there, I just kind of had to improvise. Which is fine. Got another airship coming up right here, so I guess this gives me a good opportunity to talk about what we call baby skips. So I've already talked about that you can go indefinitely ahead of the auto-scroller in 2-ship, but we don't do that for every level because certain objects such as star medals are not loaded in right from the get-go, because the camera actually needs to scroll up to them. And what we do instead in the airships is right at the end, when we have all 3 medals, we try to go ahead just a little of the auto-scroller before we reach the final area where the camera catches up to you. And that's what we call a baby skip. You're gonna see me do one at the end of this level. I already want to be like very ahead here. Gonna wait for this guy to shoot out. I'm gonna go up here. That medal already counts as on screen for some reason. Oh no, I fell into the pit.
Oh no.
Dang.
It happens.
Yeah, you don't want to flutter there, but guess what I did? It's okay. This is the best stage in the game, totally. It's
Oh
super
no, that's
exciting.
7-ship.
Oh yeah, right.
What are you talking about, man?
Still, this is a super exciting stage, and I'm sure you all wanted to see it twice. So
Oh, for sure. I
here
mean,
you
this
go.
might be the second best.
Good thing there's a backup Tanuki here. Don't flutter. There we go.
Good job.
Alright. Gonna have another scary showdown with Pom Pom here. Go mad me.
Yeah, Pom Pom and Boom Boom both have different ways of retaliating, and we've seen them both. Interesting how they tried to mix it up.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of interesting. With 7th ship, though, that one's going to really mix things up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. Get ready for 6th ship. Actually, get ready for the next stage. That one's epic.
Oh yeah, right.
Really difficult, really long stage.
Mhm.
It's going to be super impressive.
Yeah, 7-1 is another water level, and it's really, really long and really boring. So yeah, try not to fall asleep during it. It's gonna take us a while to get out of that one.
Love how the mill has a, the letter has a, the tail.
Yeah, they want to
'Cause
give
everything has a tail.
everything has a tail in this game.
Everything has a tail.
Everything.
Everything.
All right, so here we go. Welcome
Oh
to the
man,
Snooze
guess
Fest.
I'll have to kick in for this one.
Nope,
No.
Yeah,
Go away, Quim.
because we were memeing. It's
yeah,
over.
It's over. That's it.
Okay, I'll go
Yeah.
hide in the corner
Sorry.
then.
So if you ever find yourself struggling with 7-1, just do that. And
On another hand, this is the best water level they've ever made.
Oh, I mean, yeah, for sure. You don't even go into the water. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's epic.
All right. No, memeing 7-2 is actually a pretty difficult stage. It's another one with a lot of hazards and where you can really easily lose your Tanuki if you're not careful.
most
yeah, for
importantly, a lot of spiky rolling bars.
Yeah, this stage is definitely pretty tricky when you first start out learning the game.
That was a bit awkward. Slowing down just a little there to make it easier. All right. And the rest of World 7 is really cool. There's a lot of skips. 7-4, the next level, is going to have a pretty infamous skip called Clock Skip. It's a trick that a lot of runners for some reason struggle with. I don't know. To me, it seems pretty free.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like a lot easier than people are making it out to be. It's still cool nonetheless.
Oh yeah. J-Dude also likes to call this one the Fidget Spinner Skip
Of course.
because it's J-Dude. Alright, so we're gonna wait right here. Nice.
Oh, didn't even get hit by the mole. Good.
Nice,
So
well
that's
done,
actually-
well done.
I think the most tricky part about that is that like the mole hitboxes in this game are just not the best, and they can just kind of hit you whenever they feel like it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's really easy to lose Tanuki there.
It's definitely the harder part of that skip.
Yeah, the platform moving gives you momentum, which is used to jump over to that spot on the wall, so we can wall jump and then get up on the platform.
Anyone here like Galaxy 2? Because the gimmick from in this stage is also from the Galaxy games.
Yep.
Specifically Galaxy 2.
Yeah. So, there's these saw blades. There's wood.
Saw-
Saw blades cut through the wood falls. That's the idea here.
Puzzle Plank Galaxy was just that good that they had to make Puzzle Plank Galaxy 2. Alright. Neat little skip coming up here. The end of this level is going to be an auto-scroller, but yeah, we don't like auto-scrollers, so we're just gonna do this instead. Nice.
Good job.
Shoutouts to Nintendo for putting enemies there.
They were like, oh yeah, this is gonna make this difficult. If you actually twirl too late there, you would kill the Goomba that you would land on.
Are you all ready for the best ship in the game?
Oh yeah, there's a lot to talk about in this airship actually. So first off, this is a pretty intense stage for absolute top level runners, like we're talking Zelda Cubed and Cosmic level, because they can do this level completely blind, like from start to finish. You've seen me do this a couple of times at the end of airships and all over the place in 2-ship, but just straight from start to finish, they're going to do this level completely blind. There's no points where the camera actually catches back up to you, except for the very end.
Yeah, luckily we're not that good, so we can actually enjoy the full level.
Oh yeah, and there's also a lot of humor behind this stage because.
Should I talk about it?
Quite literally behind the stage, because as you might notice, the background is very monochrome. And a certain nerd by the name of RDV versus the World one day came up with the incredible idea of just color keying that background. So
yeah, Cypher was teaching me the game, and the moment I got to this stage, I was like, we can do some fun memes here because the background is literally just one singular color.
Yeah.
And please tell us, what was the first image that you did this with?
I just have a folder with random images, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Okay, we're
Stop
fine.
giving me heart attacks.
It's okay.
The first image, for whatever reason, I decided to try that with was a burger. So from that point forward, this is just a hamburger ship.
Yeah, now we have a pretty epic clip of that floating around in the 3D Land Discord.
Oh yeah, it's epic. Glad I was able to contribute to such a well-established speed game.
So we fought Boom Boom and Pom Pom separately before, and they pose no threat whatsoever. So Nintendo decided to make this harder by having us fight them both at the same time.
This fight can actually get really dicey. If you get off track just a little bit, then it just becomes a mess, and you just kind of hope that you don't get hit, because that can happen really easily when you have to try and deal with both of them at the same time.
What's up,
Alright.
Grim? Hi.
51? Oh, that's pretty good.
Hi, RDB.
Already on the way into the final world here. And these levels are not going to get any easier. Pretty much every stage from here on out is going to have some sort of difficult trick to it. Before we get into that, one final postcard.
I guess we've just kind of ignored the postcards and what they all kind of say. I guess to sum it up, Peach was able to escape by herself at some point. Now she's captured again.
Yep.
Deep lore. They should make a game out of the lore from this game.
They already did.
Well, I mean,
We're playing it right now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Peach's perspective. Nerd. You knew I was going for that. But you always gotta make things awkward, man.
Oh.
Why are there so many games that have you being chased by a boulder?
Good question.
That is a pretty good question. I don't know.
Guess it's just a certain tension to it that is interesting. Like, I'm being chased, you know?
By a thing that is trying to kill me. Yeah.
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 Oh, A2, this one's fun.
Oh yeah, this has a really
Yeah.
cool skip right at the start of it.
Really cool.
Just gonna go for it and then explain it right after. Nice. So these enemies, when you play this casually, you'd swing your tail to flip them over and then you could jump on them. And right there we did both of that in very quick succession. We're fine. Jesus.
I love the
Saved.
way you can just like save yourself in this game.
Yeah.
Either things go horribly wrong in this game, or you get the sickest saves. There's no in between.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, we flip them over and then immediately jump on them. And when you flip them over and jump on them, when you are falling from a long jump, you can keep your speed of that long jump.
Little too far to the right.
Yep.
If you consider using the 3D.
Oh
so-
my god, I didn't even get the checkpoint. Well, we get to do that skip again.
Well, if he's in the right spot now.
Oh man, he was too far
Dang.
up front, so now we have to do a pretty tricky backup. Ah.
Ooh.
Yep, that happens.
This is
now
A2 in a
we-
nutshell.
Yeah, now we soft reset to get back to the state where we have 2 Tanukis, because we lost them both.
And again, that's just worth it because Tanukis. Alright, there we go. That's the kind of spot that we want him in. Alright, let's actually beat the stage. Just gonna casually grab this checkpoint, don't mind me. Just in case something goes wrong. I don't know why there would ever be something wrong with this stage.
Well, someone's definitely jamming out to the music, and I can't blame him.
Oh,
This
yeah.
game is good music.
That's just the thing Mario games have in common. Oof. You can just barely make it up there, but if you would not make it up there because you like wall jumped a little too late, you can just continuously keep wall jumping on there. You would not gain any height, but eventually the pole would catch up with you and you could just jump towards that and make it up. Alright. 8-4, another stage that you can very easily mess up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this one's another pretty big run killer, and it's very far at the end. Actually gonna have to focus for the first part of this, because I'm working with audio cues here. Nice. Right here, I'm gonna scroll. Oh my god, I was too far up. Ah. Yeah, ledges. The ledge on that platform can be very wacky. Alright, let's try this again.
Yeah, you kind of want to be on like the very edge to grab the star medal before it goes up
Yeah.
right about here.
And you also want to scroll the camera to the left so that block doesn't get in your way. Alright.
Shoutouts to J-Dude for telling me about that strat, and then shoutouts to me for telling Cyber about that strat.
Alright.
The moment that platform moves, we can kind of already walk and maintain some of its horizontal movement while we try to land on that item block. What we used to do is just kind of wait for it to get further to the right and then jump.
Alright, so we only have one more Tanuki here, but we should be fine. Only a couple of levels left.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah. This has gone by.
Oh, for sure. Having fun, chilling here at 5 a.m. It's been fun. And the big chilling.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh yeah, should be fine.
Yeah, I'll just have to be a little more careful here at the end.
Oh my lord.
Gotta get that one up.
We might
Oh,
just,
that's so satisfying.
we might just need it.
Oh yeah, we might need it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just in case something goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
You can never be too safe.
Alright, so not having a Tanuki is gonna make this level pretty scary, but we can manage. Just have to do things a little bit differently. Actually, I have an idea, hold on.
Dude. What was that?
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah. So, if you die 5 times in a level, the game kind of feels bad for you because you suck so much. So the developers are like, oh man, here we go. You're getting a Tanuki that also makes you completely invincible. Like that. Oh.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah. Oops. You know what?
I think your 3DS is broken, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that circle pad definitely should replace it.
That has totally never happened before.
Don't break the connector to the motherboard though, it's not fun.
Alright. So, all those 10 deaths were actually intentional, and no matter what would have happened before, I would have done them anyway, because that gives us a P-Wing, and yeah. That thing allows us to completely skip a level, and we're gonna make use of that.
I've always wondered, what does the P in P-Wing stand for?
That's a good question. I
Like,
don't
why is
know.
it called the P-Wing?
Power up.
The Power Wing.
Power wing.
The Power Wing? Potentially, I could believe that.
Yeah?
Sounds like a Nintendo thing. Yeah, I'm sure it's the
Pokemon.
Pokemon Wing.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that's it. Thank you.
We
We also
got
have
him.
Pokemon switches in this stage.
Why you always gonna do stuff that scares me, Cyber?
What? That's completely normal.
SMH. It's close to the lava, though.
Yep, that's
What's
just what
up?
happens when you do that.
What?
What?
You've just blown my mind. It stands for Paratrooper Wing. What? No way. Okay.
Oh,
What does Peace Speed mean, actually? Yeah.
Paratrooper speed.
But that wouldn't make sense. I need more Super Mario trivia right here. Did you guys know that the P in P-Wing stands for Paratrooper Wing? Check out more fun facts at
Alright.
twitch.tv/ESA Marathon.
Oh no. So, we don't have Super Mario 64 in this marathon, which is a shame, but...
Yeah, real shame.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to get this. Oh my god. No! I haven't practiced this.
Right.
There we
There
go.
you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Backwards long jumps.
Hell
Unfortunately, there is a cap on the speed. Otherwise, we would shoot up those stairs.
yeah. Oh yeah,
but,
for sure.
You know.
So yeah, in this game you can also BLJ. It's completely useless though. It's purely a visual glitch. How it works is when you turn around right before you would long jump, the game thinks you're still facing forward, but you're actually facing backwards. So the game still thinks, oh yeah, you want to long jump forward for sure.
Yeah, Bowser now takes Peach and pieces out.
Yeah. Did you know that Bowser can fly? Literally the reason why that is magic.
Maybe he also has a P-wing to even the odds.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he died 10 times in a row. Have you ever considered that?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
well,
you
we
kinda-
dropped, yeah, we dropped
yeah.
him so many times into the lava.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so we're not quite done with the run just yet. Right here, I'm gonna soft reset right as the saving text pops up. And that's going to skip a little cutscene in the next overworld screen, and that saves roughly 2 seconds. All right.
This stage is fun.
Oh,
We only
yeah.
have one Tanuki for it, and we kind of want to keep it for the next stage.
Oh yeah.
So losing Tanuki here is
It's another.
okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for jinxing me.
I did not jinx you.
I
tried
believe
to
that's
explain
what
for you.
I believe that's what they call commentator's curse.
Okay, I guess I've just cursed you. My
Yep.
bad.
So, yeah,
So losing Tanuki in this stage is actually pretty bad because you only have one and you want to use it for both this stage and the next stage.
Oh my god! I can't do this. Hello?
All right.
Why
third,
are you-
third-
why are
third-
you-
third- third tries the charm, right?
Is my
Why
B
are you
button
like
all
this? Why are you like this?
right? I actually have never died that way, and now I just did it twice in a
Alright.
row.
So we're,
So
def- so-
losing Tanuki here
so we're
is pretty
definitely gonna
bad.
so we're definitely gonna lose Tanuki in this stage.
There we go.
Let's go.
Oh my god. What a meme. Right. Get a little boost off of that guy to get to the star medal right away.
Yeah, those guys are Mario's biggest fans. They move to wherever Mario is and imitate his jumps.
Oh yeah, they're very excited to see him. There's a star medal right in there. It's pretty scary.
So normally you would run around this to screw it upwards, but you can just wall jump to get up there.
It's definitely a lot of unintended stuff that we do in this level. All right.
Doing stuff the intended way is boring.
Exactly.
That's why we're not rolling this one thing upward either.
Oh, Cyber. Are you doing the thing?
There we go. One more level. That's okay.
Yeah, that
Just-
sounds pretty okay.
It's gonna be like a high 108 probably, just about what I expect from a marathon run.
Make sure to take breaks in case you get tired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
So exactly 100 medals. We can open the final castle.
so
It's always fun getting here with 99 medals.
so the first segment of this level is actually an auto-scroller again, and we've already kind of covered that we really don't like auto-scrollers, so we're gonna be skipping it as best as possible. I'm actually gonna be trying for a really difficult and tricky strat right here.
Yeah, it's called RDV skip.
There's a lot of RDV skips in this game, by the way.
What can I say? I contributed a lot to this game.
RDV skip 2.
All right, let's go.
Skippening.
That would suggest that it's the second one.
Oh no. Yeah.
All right, so we tried to use a hyperspeed there to build the speed to get completely across the lava that the coaster is going over.
Yeah, it's a very, very specific trick. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
it for it a couple of times, but if it means we're going over estimate, then I'm just gonna go for the regular strat. So, good thing I set my estimate that high. We got some time to spare.
No problem, Cubed. No problem, Jay.
All right, let's actually get this. Looks better.
Much better.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna do
Oh,
it. He
yeah.
gets over here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's
Let's
going
go!
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go! My boy!
Hell
My boy,
yeah.
he did it. I'm proud. I knocked the guy off the couch. That's fine.
So that saves about 15 seconds over doing the level regularly. There's another strat called Pillar Jump. It's way easier and definitely more recommended for beginners, and it saves about 8 seconds over doing it. Let's go.
Can't believe my boy did this. I'm proud of you, dude.
Second try, that's pretty good.
Streamer. Coaster skip.
Finally,
did it.
Finally, that meme is dead. So, Coaster Skip, that's a strat found by J-Dude, and RDV literally taught me it this week in the practice room, so... Yeah, no one knew I was gonna do this, except for the people here.
Is that the first time we've had coaster skip at the marathon?
Oh no, Zelda Cubed has been at a marathon before, so...
Yeah, he's done a marathon run before.
Alright. Time for the final showdown with Bowser right here.
Yeah, this really difficult final boss fight.
Mm.
It's gonna take a long time. I don't know if you're gonna make estimate, dude.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at that. That's gonna get close.
Yeah, this could be close because I died once.
Yeah.
It's a hard boss fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it might. I kind of wish we didn't have to do this.
Yeah, if only there was a way in which you could completely skip this final boss fight without having to interact with Bowser at all. If only we could just, you know, press a button and maybe press another button right afterwards to confirm we wanted to press the button to, oh, look at that.
Look at that, we have a B-wing.
All right, time's coming up, by the way. It's going to be when I touch this final flagpole. So
Yeah.
get ready on that.
First, a small cutscene of showing Peach on
Make
the
sure to
on the
not fall
flagpole.
down the hole, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure to not do that.
Full skip.
No!
And
time.
time.
Oh, man. That's okay. Definitely not my best marathon run, but hey. It's
I
still
don't know,
sub
man. You
110.
did coast to skip, and it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's what matters.
I mean, you know, good old RDV skips. I
Yep.
mean, can't complain.
all right,
So
well,
pretty good.
What's
Yeah.
the next NTV skip going to be?
Not sure. They just happen.
Yeah.
They just happened.
I'm sad I didn't beat Sharky's any % time from last year.
It was 40 seconds over.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a shame, but hey. So yeah, that was Super Mario 3D Land. I always love bringing this game to marathons. It's my absolute favorite speed game. And if you want to pick this game up, then absolutely go for it. Feel free to join our Discord on our SRC page. There's a link to it. Just ask any questions. We're always happy to get any new runners of this game all set up and ready to go.
So double. When are you winning this game? I mean, you've seen it. You've had a live tutorial. I could teach you coast to skip. I mean, clearly, I'm not a
I've-
bad teacher.
I've made this promise to you. I've made this promise before, and I'm a man of my word. If you two both learn Mario 3D World, I will learn 3D Land.
He does have a Wii U, so I mean.
Well, wait for the Switch ports. It will.
Yeah, just completely kill the
Jeez.
Wii U. Because it's not already very dead. All right, I guess that's it from me. Thank you two for joining me on the couch.
No problem. Thank
Thank-
you for having me.
And thank you everyone for watching. So I'm going to pass it back to the host now so we can get right into the next run. So have fun with the rest of the
Goodbye.
marathon. Goodbye.
Thank you, Cyber, I guess. Alright, coming up next is Vigilance by Fireman. I would like to remind you all that we do have a bonus game that's gonna unlock at 6.5k. So, yeah, it's a really awesome point and click game. It's called Raven. We had the same person running the prequel to Riven in the marathon a few days ago. It was missed and it was freaking awesome. It's actually pretty cool to see how point and click games can be so broken. So if you want to see that, be sure to donate. I want to see that clearly. We're gonna quickly see you after the ads. Thank you very much.